Hey everybody, how are you? Jim Prusek here, physical therapist at the Pain PT, and good to see everybody. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. And I'm just trying to promote the channel a bit more to get the word out to people who are struggling from chronic pain, chronic illness, chronic health disorders that there hasn't been a physical structural cause. And there's lots of people like you out there who are struggling and suffering. And so I'm trying to offer some of this content as a way for you to get going in your recovery, to get better. And so today we're going to talk about pushing and pushback, the push and then the pushback. Okay. And what I mean by this is pushing, meaning you're pushing yourself to do more or get out there more or change in certain ways. As you push yourself, you need to expect or understand that there could be a pushback, okay, from that limbic brain in terms of how it's reacting. So as you're pushing, expect something to push back. And that pushback can come in the form of typically more symptoms, right? Elevated, exaggerated symptoms. And usually it happens when, again, you haven't done anything seriously wrong, not even close, right? You typically are doing very normal things that most people do without blinking an eye, batting an eye. But with a sensitive nervous system, sensitive brain, you can get a pushback. So people are always asking me, Jim, I think I pushed it too far, pushing it. Then I got kicked back or pushed back with these symptoms. And I ended up crashing or ended up stopping, pulling back. Okay, so it's the idea that you don't want to push and then get pushed back again, right? That's the idea. You're going to move forward. And I don't like the word push because it sounds like you're a snowplow, just pushing these symptoms back or pushing yourself. Because the word pushing is like you're trying too hard or you're forcing something. Okay, so we don't want to push forward. The idea is that we move forward from a place of ease, a place of grace, a place of relaxation. We're not forcing anything. We're just going back very gently, very normally to what we do. And what happens is sometimes as you're going forward, it's like this. Okay, pushing is like a snowplow. Here's the symptom. You're trying to push everything aside, push yourself, force yourself. Well, when you do that, you're going to get a pushback. So you can imagine, here you go, you're pushing, 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 this thing's building. Eventually, it's going to push back on you. So the idea is, it's like flipping this. Now I'm going like this, where the symptoms move through you. Okay, so you're not pushing, you're moving forward, you're easing forward gently, consistently, a bit persistently as well. You're not giving up, because the idea here is that you might still get some resistance. You might still get some, you can say push back, but you're not going to typically get it as bad if you're going forward in a more relaxed way. Okay, and in a very assured way as well, in your mind, a very secure way that you know what you're doing is fine. You know you're okay. You can calm down as best you can, move forward with that stabilized, relaxed nervous system. And if you get some pushback, well, you can handle it. All right. So the idea here is that the pushback, when it comes, if it comes at all, is your ability to handle that. Okay. The idea is we're not having this sort of fight back and forth where it's pushing you, you're pushing it, is to let it pass. But at the same time, you want to challenge it, that you're not going to be pushed back. You're not going to give in. Okay. So if you're moving forward, again, we're not trying to just blow things away out of the water here, trying to move forward in a relaxed, steady way. And if you get some pushback, you stay here and you hold your ground. Okay. You're not pushing it away or pushing it back. When it pushes you back, you're holding your ground. You're standing your ground in here. So here it is, trying to push you back, trying to push you this way. And you're like, no, I'm not going anywhere, because I know I'm fine. I know I'm fine. I know this is TMS. I know this is sensitization. I know what's happening here. I'm not going to be pushed back. I'm going to stay right here in my head, in my mind. And the symptoms will be pushing on you, right? They'll be potentially increasing and bothering you, your ability to hold your ground here is very, very important in your mind, that you can hold your ground. Okay, you're not trying to push this away. That's kind of like fighting it. I always say to you guys, you want to face it. Okay, so when you're here and you're standing strong and you're holding your ground, you're facing it. You're facing it. You're challenging it too. Go ahead. Okay, sure, whatever you're doing, I know what you are. You are my limbic brain. You are my brain perceiving threat or danger. You are overreacting. You are sensitization. You are learned. You are anxiety. You are stress. Okay, you are this pattern in me. This is the program. So I know what you are. I'm not moving here. I'm going to stay here till you back down. And then I'm going to move forward again. I'm going to move forward again. Okay. You're really going to not try to get pushback. Okay. Because what that happens here is called boom and bust. You push hard, you're going to push, and it pushes you back, and then you crash down and you stop. You're not going to get anywhere that way. Okay. So the idea is that you ease forward, you do move forward daily, systematically, consistently, from a place of relaxation, place of reassurance, place of determination. And then if you get a pushback from your symptoms, you're able to handle them by standing up to them again. Okay, you're not going to be pushed back. You're not going to be pushed all the way back. Okay, so that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to move forward gently, easily, not push, not force. Oh, I'm going to do this. I don't care about this pain. Let's go through. Let's. And then all of a sudden you get a real strong pushback, and then you can't handle it. Okay, so we have to be able to manage and handle the pushback that could happen as you move forward. But as you move forward more gently, more easily, regulating your nervous system, typically, not always, the pushback is not as bad. But if it does come, then you have this ability to hold your ground, stay in the mind from your belief over here that you're absolutely fine. Okay, nothing's changed unless you know you did something to create it, some kind of damage, some kind of injury. So if you're doing normal things that literally everybody else does every day, you're doing normal things, period. The only thing that's happening is a sensitization reaction, a perceived danger reaction from the brain. So hold your ground, stand up to it. Don't push it back. Go ahead, invite it in, if anything, and challenge it, but you're not budging in terms of your belief. Okay, so you hold your ground, calm down, and then proceed forward again. Move forward, okay? Just try not to push too hard. You're not going to be able to push this thing out of the way. It's going to create a little bit of a like a rubber band effect that's going to come back at you from the reaction. Your ability to handle it, navigate it, calm down, and then move forward again is going to be some of the keys to your success. Okay, so today we talked about pushing and then the subsequent pushback. Let's see if we can reduce the pushing on your end, because pushing is like pressure again. It's like forcing. There's no need to push. There's no need to force. Let's just gently, easily return to life in a more relaxed way, knowing and believing we're fine. If you get any pushback, your ability to handle that pushback is critically important, and then the ability to keep moving forward. Okay, guys, we'll talk to you next time. Take care now.